New developments, a California man will plead guilty to attempting to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. The man admitted to showing up to Kavanaugh's home in 2022 with the intention to kill him. Authorities recovering several weapons at the scene. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris joining us now. So, Jeff, judiciary leaders are really sounding the alarm. They have been in recent years about simply threats against judges. Could this case set the tone for how others will be handled?
Yeah, I'm told by legal experts, Dee, it certainly has the potential to. With more threats being made against judges, the Justice Department could impose the harshest penalty, sending a message here that this type of behavior comes with severe consequences.
Some may remember a transgender individual armed with a Glock, zip ties, and a kill list caught outside Justice Brett Kavanaugh's home. This isn't just a story, it's a crisis. In the media, well, they're pretty silent on the issue, but let's break that silence. Back in June 2020, Nicholas Rosk, now identifying as Sophie Rosk, showed up at Brett Kavanaugh's Maryland home in the dead of the night, wearing tactical gear, a loaded weapon, with a plan to assassinate a sitting Supreme Court justice. Why? Because of Roe v. Wade and gun control fears.
Angelo Petrick, a legal expert, tells us, in a letter to the judge overseeing this case, lawyers for Nicholas Roski wrote he will plead guilty to attempting to assassinate Kavanaugh.
He's going to enter a plea of guilty, and the next step will be sentencing.
Roski faces up to life in prison, admitting that he flew from California to D.C., traveling to Kavanaugh's home in Maryland with the intention of killing him. Authorities finding weapons at the scene.
There are sentencing guidelines based on the severity of the offense and the person's prior criminal record, but it really leaves a large amount of range for a judge to decide what to sentence someone to.
In this case, Petrick believes sentencing could get contentious, partly because of recent threats made against Supreme Court justices, most recently, Justice Amy Coney Barrett last month.
A family member of hers was threatened explicitly with a bomb mailed, which turned out to be a hoax.
Pam C., also a legal expert, agrees with Petrick, adding she thinks this case will ultimately set a precedent for threats made against judges.
If you do something like this, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and you're going to jail.
Because she believes if a justice or judge does not feel safe doing their job, it has a chilling effect on the justice system itself.
Whatever their decision might be, if they're following the law, that they are going to be safe in their own lives.
Now, Roski called 911 on himself, yelling suicidal thoughts and confessing the murder plot. But now, here in 2025, the Department of Justice is demanding 30 years behind bars, and they're calling it political violence. And they're right. That wasn't random. It was ideological warfare. Roski believed that Kavanaugh would weaken gun laws and overturn Roe v. Wade. That's not just disagreement, that's radicalization. And here's the kicker. Roski's gender identity is now front and center. Defense filings refer to Roski as Sophie, using female pronouns. The media's response? Well, they just tiptoeing around the facts. Why? Because it doesn't fit their narrative.
Now, after arriving at Kavanaugh's home, Roski did abandon his plans, with transcripts showing that he did speak with 911. Court documents also show Roski said that he was suicidal at the time. His attorneys have asked all parties involved to meet next week. Reporting for the National News Desk, I'm Jeff Harris.
This is bigger than one disturbed individual. It's about the erosion of civil discourse. When political disagreements turn into assassination plots, we've crossed the line. Trump's justices are under siege, not just legally, but physically. And if you think this is an isolated case, think again. The Department of Justice warned, attacks like this must be punished severely to protect the judiciary. And this is why we fight. This is why we speak out. If you believe in law, order, and truth, then drop a "Do It for Charlie" in the comments. Share this video, subscribe, and let's make sure the next target isn't protected by silence. Thank y'all for watching.